Everything that you may have seen on YouTube is just as accurate, if not my own experience as being even more accurate, because I've been there.
Michael, thank you for coming in today. So Michael you called last week and said that you just wanted to come in and give me like a debriefing on your trip over to the Ukraine. I'm not a huge believer in writing a lot before you go, although you did write a little bit before you went, and we'll talk about that. Michael, tell us a little bit about what got you interested in the first place about international introductions and going to the Ukraine. Not too many guys are doing that, so why?
Well, first of all, my background is my grandparents are from the Ukraine.
Oh, cool.
So I naturally had an interest in the culture and the food and, of course, the women. And I always thought, it's a long way, over 6,000 miles away, and, this, that, and the other thing. And then one day I went to a website over a year ago, and I saw this woman, and something about in her eyes, I just said, this is the one. Normally I'm very methodical. My birth sign is Virgo, so I tend to be very analytical about everything.
Okay.
And I saw loveme.com or AFA online on YouTube, and this is how I got to meet Vita. She was originally with a different agency. Then I found her on loveme.com.
Okay.
And right away I dropped the other one, started communicating with her on your site. We had 3 Skype conversations.
That's good that you had the Skypes.
Okay, we had the Skype conversations through your agency.
Good.
Because we had a translator, which is very important. She doesn't speak English, which I'll get into in a minute. And through this conversation, there was nervousness on her end, which by the way this call started, I caught her before we went live, or before she knew we went live. So I was able to see the nervousness in her. The minute we started talking, she started laughing, because I can't keep a straight face. But it was a very enjoyable. I had to stretch it from a half hour to an hour. Okay, because believe me, guys, time flies very quickly if you're having a good time conversing with that woman on the other end.
Oh, it does.
It flew.
Absolutely.
And we had a subsequent meeting, a couple of weeks later, when we started finalizing plans for meeting in the Ukraine, okay, which is the meeting that I just came back from. And then our final meeting, our final call was really to solidify plans, where we're going to meet, what time. So I arrived the day before, so I could sleep that night, not look like the Walking Dead the next day when I met her.
Good advice.
And it just was overall, I had so much flack, believe me, a lot of flack from people, close friends. And even my son, who said that, don't go there, it's dangerous. It's this, it's that, painting a horrible picture. And contrary to all that stuff, I just knew it wasn't going to be that way. I really, really had that gut feeling that this was going to be a pleasant experience. And I'm glad I followed my hunch, because it was. But overall, it was a wonderful experience, and I urge all of you, if you ever have a desire to get there and see these people, I'm telling you, they're beautiful, they're warm, they're friendly, just as accurate, if not my own experience as being even more accurate, because I've been there.
So when you got there, how was the reality of it?
Be honest with you, everything you say is true. I mean, if you're just meeting somebody for the first time, just, right, back and forth a few times, and then hop on a plane and go, it's totally different, okay? So I didn't have high expectations. That's kind of dangerous to do, in any situation.
It is, yeah.
If you don't expect and something goes wrong, you don't get hurt.
Right.
But if you expect and get hurt, it could be traumatic.
Right.
I also saw that she is now taking English lessons.
Oh, she is? Okay, good.
She's very serious about learning English.
know what's funny, Michael, is a lot of people think that these women are trying to escape something. You know, they're trying to escape, and you're going there. But you hear all these guys like, well, I'm going to get her out, I'm going to rescue you. They don't need to be rescued.
No.
Matter of fact, you told me a story about how you had offered her money for when she was sick or something.
Yeah.
And she got upset with you?
She blew her stack, I'll tell you. And it wasn't verbally, it was in writing. Because the women there are very independent, okay? And what I mean by independent is that they don't want handouts from other people. They want to do it all on their own. She's a single mom. She supported 2 children, worked very hard for it. She's got a son working in Poland, and she's got a 12-year-old daughter who she's supporting. And she gave the money to her kids, obviously, especially for English. She paid for her daughter to take English, so that kind of knocked her out of the ballpark as being able to learn the language. I took care of that. It was, I don't know, $100, $200.
Yeah. And now she's learning the language, and you're probably going to try and learn a little bit of her language.
Oh, of course, yes.
Which I haven't done yet. I'm sorry again, Tanya. But, I am an idiot when it comes to languages.
Me learning a language is like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, I know. That's how it is with me too. I'm terrible.
No,
Donde está el baño? That's my I can do that. And that's not even Russian. I don't even know how to find a bathroom in Russia, and I've had problems. But we won't go into that. That's my own personal problems.
They can be put on a so-called pedestal, although that's not what they look for. They just want to be treated as equal.
Right.
And get the same respect that the man expects to receive.
Right.
They'll go out of their way to be helpful, to support their man.
Yeah. But they also want to be treated as a woman. Right?
Exactly.
And have the man be the man. And I tell this to guys all the time when they go over, they start to really understand that. And it's just a little bit of a difference. Here are the roles between men and women. And it's not anything negative about men or women. It's just the way the culture is. But the roles here become somewhat muddled, somewhat confused of what women want, what men want. Where over there, it's more black and white, you know, and it's easier to see what the women really want, how they want the man to be.
And I can't emphasize that enough. It's a different culture, granted, it's a far away, you know, it's over 6,000 miles away. But I'll be honest with you, you will never regret doing it. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming in.
You're very welcome.
You know, you called me. I didn't call you, and you said, "Hey, John, I want to come in and share my experience," which I think is great.
I really wanted people to know. I mean, I was faced, believe it or not, and guys, I'm sure if you're considering this, you'll also hear the same diatribe, and that is, it's not safe over there, or it's all this and it's all that. Jesus, I'll tell you something. I hear more sirens going off in Maricopa than you will ever hear over there. Okay, seriously. I didn't hear one siren at all. And I was in the second largest city in the Ukraine. So you figure from there.
Yeah. All right, Michael, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in.
Oh, you're welcome, John.
It's been my pleasure. You're going to keep us apprised of how things go, right? Maybe
Yes.
We'll do a live webcast with you as you move to the Ukraine and start living over there. You give us updates from over there. I'd love that. So we'll see. All right, guys, there you go. You know, get off your ass. I like that. That'll be our new motto every day. Get off your ass. We'll do that. All right, thanks.